Nope, still haven't changed the intro. It's still the whistling guy, but it may need to change pretty soon. We'll get into that though. Welcome everybody to Making It Up As We Go. I'm Ryan. Hi. If you haven't been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, I'm sorry you keep coming back. But I'm glad that you do. Let's bring everybody in here and start yammering on. It's Mr. Paul Corliss. Hey, Paul.
Good evening.
We got Mr. Sean, and he's on mute. And we have Mr. Hammerquist. What's going on, sir?
Hello.
Good deal. I'm trying to still get my stupid computer is so jacked. I'm still trying to get the that screenshot of that one thing that we were talking about before. So it's going to take me a second to get it right. But anyway, we'll get there. Well, let's start talking about what we've been working on. Mr. Corliss, what have you been working on, sir?
It's done.
It's all finished up.
All finished.
It turned out really good.
And it has a tail.
It has a tail. Yeah.
Very cool.
All done. And in fact, I gave that to my wife. She loved it. She even named it. She collects giraffes.
Nice.
But I got that all done. Now I have picked out my Christmas challenge project.
No kidding.
Honest. So now, hopefully for the next few weeks or month, I'll be saying, I've been working on my Christmas project. I've been working on because I don't work very fast.
Oh shit! I'm hitting the wrong button. I'm working on two different computers at the same time, and I'm hitting buttons on the wrong one. There we go. I think I corrected it. You just reminded me, Paul, to correct that. So I think we're at 82 days until the start of the 2024 Gatton Christmas Challenge. So you've got time. And he's going to lie to us. What Paul's going to do, everybody, is Paul's going to lie to us. He's just going to say, yeah, I'm working on my Christmas challenge thing. I can't tell you anything about it. And he ain't going to do nothing.
The plans are on the other side of this piece.
Oh, there you go.
There you
go.
There they are.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Good deal. Yeah. Get your stuff figured out. We're going to try to get some cool prizes this year. And if anybody out there has knows anybody that would like to sponsor something for a prize, send them my way. Let me know, and we'd be glad to include them. But good deal, Paul. Keep after it, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I'll do my best.
What about you, Mr. Hammerquist? What have you been working on?
Well, I made an Ender Dragon. Got some Minecraft.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, fun.
Wings move, a lot of fun stuff like that.
Have you flown around the house yet?
The girls have.
Ah, that works.
Was that?
No, I didn't do it too.
Was that printed all in one piece?
Yes.
All at one time?
Oh, that's cool.
And
That's
so,
good.
but yeah, the wings just, so they print flat like this,
Oh, okay.
and then you can,
Flex them out.
Neat.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I'll give a sneak peek of one of my projects. Let's see here. See if you can see some of the design work in there. This is one piece out of 16.
Wow.
So that's what I did. And the reason I haven't finished that is because my daughters have been taking over the printer. This is my oldest daughter. She designed this in Tinkercad, and we printed this out.
Does she give lessons in Tinkercad?
I am in talks with one of my daughters about a video that, she's a tough negotiator. And that negotiator designed this in Tinkercad.
Frog in a box.
What's in the box?
And then it
That's
even
it.
has the little dimples that are pink or whatever, the smiley thing. So
That's a ridiculously cute frog.
And then now that the cute is out of the way, back
Is
to
Is she going to put that on Maker World?
no, she's selling.
Oh.
This is her business plan. She's coming
There
up
you go.
with models to do on her business plan. And my other daughter,
For the brisk, huh?
yeah. So this is actually for their creative writing class. So they're doing the French Revolution. And we actually just did a video together on it. So did her first 3D print, walked her through Bamboo Studio and how to do all that.
Very cool. Very awesome. What about you, Sean? What have you been working on? You've been working on a lot.
Yeah, quite a bit actually. A few different things. The one I will show, and actually, I'm going to get fancy like Paul. I've been working on this.
Ooh, light boxes.
So light boxes. And this has been wonderful because I've been able to do all my colors on my A1 on the Bamboo. You can see there's 3. I'm working on one light box there to the side. And these have been turning out pretty good. It's been a learning experience trying to get the layers all correct and everything. But well worth the journey, I should say.
Sweet.
And then here's a light box with nothing in it yet. Back. There's the switch. And the cool thing is I'm old school. I'm used to the 12-volt lights because I was, doing a lot of the acrylic lights where you'd etch into it and then light it up from underneath. So I was kind of stuck on that. And thank you again for pointing me out the 5 volts out. That's kind of cool. There's the inside for holding the wires, and everything just falls right into place. So yeah, it's been a fun little journey on these.
Very good.
And yeah, can't wait to have them displayed next to my my monitor over here behind me. I've got quite a few more to do.
Very nice. So are you just focusing on the different railroads that are out there? So we'll see the B&O Railroad and Reading Railroad.
B&Q, and yeah.
All the Monopoly ones.
Yeah. There's some really cool old Colorado ones too I'd like to do from the early 1800s. I mean, pretty much anything in the rounds.
Nice.
And next up, we'll be doing some custom shapes with this because you can.
Let's see here. Sorry.
After all that, these 2 things, I'm going to redo them, and I'm going to do them in black.
Yeah, so that they look like Mickey Mouse when you're on. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I liked your bridge with the graffiti on it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, the graffiti one is gone. Did I show my bridges last time? I think I did.
Yeah, you showed the bridge, but you hadn't done the graffiti one yet.
Yeah. And that one I don't have with me because that one disappeared real fast. But it's really cool. I figure I can put up to 9 letters up onto a bridge, and depending upon the font. And there's some really cool graffiti fonts out there now. And that one turned out really good. I can't wait to see what the person does with it.
Sweet. Very cool. Well, I've been very busy too. I've also been doing or attempting to do light boxes. And I've had lots of failures of light boxes attempts. I was having a really rough time. So I was trying to print these things out of PETG, which partly because I have a bunch of white PETG, and I'm printing the backs up in solid white as a diffuser, but also because I just thought it would be more durable in somebody's house. But what I was having a problem of, let me find the worst one that will show up on screen here, or show a bad one. Oh, that's a bad one. So people love the Maryland flag, and around here we're really obsessive over our Maryland flags. But you can see there, like the black was coming through other colors, like stringy and all that other crap. So I tried all kinds of stuff to stop this, and it was only the black. It's the only color that's doing it. I was trying to I dried it for 5 hours, still didn't help. Dried it for 10 hours, still didn't help. Found the setting in Bamboo Studio where you can assign the order of the colors that you're printing and printing on whatever layer that you're printing on. And that didn't help. So the other day I said, forget about it. And I'm going back to PLA, and ta-da, like right away. Perfect. The PLA just came in today and that I needed for it. And it's absolutely perfect. So at least for a while, we'll be doing them out of PLA. So,
well, the nice thing I noticed about the lights, the 5-volt lights, they don't put off that much heat.
No, they do a good job. So, so right now, you can kind of see behind me, thing 1 and thing 2 are doing their thing. They're actually printing the box part and the back part, and then Amber Heard over here, the P1S, is doing the flag part. So we have a whatchamacallit, show, fall festival type thingy in 2 weeks, and I've committed to go. So I got to print a bunch of those.
There you go.
Yeah, and also build some other stuff, birdhouses and crap that are going to go and hopefully earn a couple dollars. So it's like 3 days and it's $50. Like, you can't go wrong. If you don't make $50 in 3 days, you're doing something wrong. So if nothing else, it'll pay for itself being out there. But should be fun. But besides that, I did do something else, but we'll talk about that when the video comes up. So good times. Let's see here. Oh, my computer's running really slow here. So finally, one thing I was looking for showing up did. So good stuff.
I'm working on it.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
I'll try to get a video out ASAP. Well, I better not say ASAP. Let's say soon. I'm still learning a lot of the video stuff, believe it or not.
Oh yeah. Let's see here. There we go. Yeah. Wade's saying he loves PLA Plus. It's 5 times stronger than regular PLA. So interesting video that did come out. I didn't put it on our list this week. But if you are interested in checking out the strength of some PLAs, it's pretty interesting. Slant 3D did it on they have like a testing channel that they started. I forget what it's called. It might be like tangled film, something to do with tangled filament. But yeah, check that out. They put one out and they tested like their PLA, their black PLA. And like 3 or 4 other kinds of PLA, just checking to see how the strength of them is in the horizontal. It was pretty interesting, but go check it out if you like that stuff. So, all right. Well, let's get moving here. And talk about all the cool stuff that happened this week out there on the YouTubes. First thing, well, it finally did show up. All right, cool. All right, let me blow us out here. There we go. The first thing that we got to talk about is this new Kickstarter that's out there. It's I haven't looked into it much because I just saw it and haven't looked at how much it is or anything, but it's really cool. So it's a 4 foot by 8 foot diode laser. It's a 60 watt diode that will do a 4 foot. It's 4'1" by 8 feet cutting area. That's craziness. You can see how bad my computer's acting right now because like the blue or the green little square in the middle of here, it doesn't show you how much that they've actually raised so far. Stuff like that. I'm trying to pull it back up here and see if I can get
520,000 out of $20,000 goal.
Oh wow!
Holy cow!
Wow.
So they're doing really good. All right. So how much are these things?
So the 4x4, 906.
That ain't bad.
That's not bad for a 4x4.
No.
4x8, 1,003. That's with the 20 watt. You go to the 40 watt, 1,500 for the 4x4, and 1,006 for the 4x8, and then they also have a 60 watt, and that's 1,900 for the 4x4 and 2,000 for the 4x8.
Wow.
It's amazing that diode lasers are coming up to the equivalent of CO2s.
Yeah. Yeah. And just as a reminder to everybody, I put all the links to the videos and stuff that we're talking about in here in the description of the video. So if you there's a link to this Kickstarter there if you want to go check it out and see what's going on in there. This came up as an ad on Facebook for me, and I was like, "Oh, wow!" And so it was pretty neat. So I haven't looked into this at all, but it looks pretty cool.
So they're going to have their own touch screen.
Oh wow!
A mini fire extinguisher.
Okay.
Yeah. There is going to be a wood router. Air assist. There's a polisher kit, which just looks like a hand sander. Artist pin module, rotary, light burn, smoke purifier.
Wow.
And then you can upgrade the lasers later on.
Interesting. So yeah, it looked pretty neat. So that'll be something that we definitely have to keep an eye on. So the Tyvok Spider S1, pretty clean looking design. So it's coming out of Hong Kong. So I'm gonna assume that it's already ready to go, or if not, really close to it. So, but good times. We'll keep an eye on it and see what happens with it. All right, let's go up here. Let's start with our buddy Mr. Hamilton Dillbeck. So Hamilton always putting out killer videos. His life-changing video that he's put out was on his whiskey smoker, which is there in his hand that he's holding in the thumbnail. And so in this video, he was showing how to like a display board and like a demonstration board. And I thought the demonstration board was awesome, that it was shaped like the whiskey smoker. I was like, that's funny.
Cool.
Yeah. So, but these things show up all over the place, but it's a great little design that he had for it, and people sell the snot out of them. hopefully with the thing that I'm going to here in 2 weeks, my goal is to have a bunch of these with me too. So hopefully we can sell some of them and have fun. So,
I love how he talks about when people were showing the products that they made, that they'd end up with all these burn marks in their
on the tables.
So this is a slick idea.
Yeah. So if you're a member of CNC with me, you can get all the files are free over there. So go to cncwithme.com. It's a great group of folks over there. It's continually growing, and you can join and have a good time. So awesome possum. Great job, Ham. All right. Well, we'll move on next to Emily the engineer. So Emily, she's an interesting cat. She this time she decided she's done a whole bunch of different stuff with 3D printers. She made one that was like 10 feet tall. She's done a couple other things, but in this one, she makes a benchy that you can float in, and they actually put a motor on it and go to Wendy's. I guess there's a Wendy's nearby that you can float across this lake or whatever, and she did it with her friends in kayaks before, so they decided to take the benchy boat out there and go float around. Yeah. So it worked. They put she ends up putting a little bit of like little pontoony things on the sides to help with the stability. But it worked, and you can see that she cut it apart in pieces with that Lubon software. So that we talked about last week, where you can split apart a object and make it really big. So that's what they did with that one. It's pretty cool.
And it didn't leak.
Scary.
Yeah, it didn't leak, and it's not like she covered it in fiberglass or anything. That's all just PLA. And super glue.
She did put epoxy in the wider cracks, and that's why.
Yeah.
A lot of welding.
That was funny. The super glue, and he's like, "Yeah, I would have used Gorilla Glue." And just the look on her face, like, "Oh yeah, that does make sense." But I've been in that in those projects where you're like, and then someone just says the most simplest thing, and you're like, "Ah, oh, I overthought that way."
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it was a fun time. She a fun little experiment that they did. I like at the end they the boat runs out of juice because it was like a battery powered motor.
Oh, they cooked the battery.
Yeah, they cooked it. So, but
it almost looks like a Enterprise with those pontoons in the back.
Yeah, it does.
Right out.
I think they probably could have cut those down a whole lot and made it a little bit less conspicuous, but
that's still cool.
Yeah, it's still a fun project. So very fun. So good times. In other news, we have the return of Dave Gatton doing live podcasts. Woo, Mr. Gatton!
Finally,
yeah. So when Dave said he's going to be trying to do these on Wednesday nights, and he's going to be featuring the Nemo Labs CNCs, but it's really going to be about just beginner CNC stuff. Period. So he asked me to be on with him this week, and it was my honor to join him, and had a good time.
Yeah, the rerun. I jumped in at the last minute.
Yeah. No,
that enclosure is cool.
He did a really good job on the enclosure. It's very nice and bright inside there. The camera angle for like in front of it is like perfect. It shows shows the machine off really nicely, and it's not no shadows or anything. It looks really good. So, welcome back, Mr. Gatton.
And him giving you a hard time
Always.
about the table.
Yeah. So, looks good.
I love the simplicity of that.
So next week, probably next Wednesday, 8:00. Tune into Mr. Gatton, and he'll be teaching you some good stuff. I like that he's using the Nemo Labs machines for this, or focusing more so on them, because I can see like somebody new into CNC stuff, and they see the the $10,000 assembly table, doing projects on that, and you kind of like, oh well, I need to buy this crazy expensive machine. But with the Nemo Labs ones, it's a smaller footprint, smaller cost out of pocket, and all that, and good machine. So I think that was a smart move on Dave's part to focus on these smaller machines.
It's in the price range of a lot of hobbyists too, which is really cool.
Oh yeah. So,
you think about it, all the little machines that he's tried, and he's been able to try out a lot of them.
Yeah.
And to really stand up for this machine, it speaks a lot.
Oh yeah, sure does. That it really does. So, they got themselves a good one on with Mr. Gatton. So, good stuff. Well, tune in next Wednesday. We also have Johnny Builds.
Oh, this is a cool one.
This was sick. I mean, well, I couldn't. He redid those. So this is a Victorian-inspired cabinet, I guess.
Shoe holder.
Yeah.
That is what.
Yeah, but he ends up making those tambour doors six times, I think.
Was it 6? It was 5 or 6. Yeah,
it was a lot.
Yeah,
but it's like, holy crap! But every time he remade them, they were better and better and better. And so he's using his CNC, and he's carving out these the skulls and stuff. He says it kind of is a like an homage to tattoo studios and stuff like that. With the skulls and the brass knuckle handles, stuff like that, and turned out really cool. A very, very talented craftsman. So,
yeah, I didn't understand all the terminology in that one.
Yeah,
There
was a lot going on.
Yeah,
and I wonder how many. Oh, go ahead.
I love how he just put it all together and it actually functions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially after so many changes like that he did with the doors and everything. That it still worked was pretty impressive. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The CNC work on that thing is awesome.
Yeah.
So very, very cool.
Yeah, when he's cutting it on the machine, you want to think it's multiple pieces.
Yeah, and it's just such a slick setup. Turns out so good. Looks so neat. Very, very awesome. Yeah, going around the edge. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, it looks like a solid when they're flat. It looks like a solid piece of wood. It looks, and then when you get to the curves, man, it's awesome.
See, and that's the
shoes.
Yeah.
Because his wife said, she was just like, hey, we need someplace to put the shoes.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, you can get those at Walmart for $50.
Yeah.
That was right.
And he's making this whole thing out of walnut. And made the doors 5-6 times. I mean, That wasn't
Well worth
$50.
I don't even want to know.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
what it would. I would like to know what it would take to buy that. I mean, it's probably he would probably not sell it for less than like 10 grand.
Yeah.
Oh, easy.
Judging by his other works that he's done, you're spending at least $10,000 on that piece of furniture. It'd be worth it too because it's gorgeous.
And that's not just furniture. That's art.
Yeah,
That is just a piece of art.
yeah. I have concerns about the brass knuckle handles like lasting, but because they're very thin. But I think it's pretty awesome.
I bet you they last quite a while.
You think so?
Yeah, they're pretty thick. I mean, they look kind of thin, but when you get down to it, they're pretty thick.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is just so cool.
I could just watch that open and close all day long. So good deal. Well, this is next one. We should have actually talked about this one last week, but sometimes the thumbnails don't load up on the machine on StreamYard like they're supposed to because my computer's crap. And so we'll talk about it this week. This is Professor Boots. 3D printing a crane. not just 3D printing it. The dude designed everything on it. Look at this stupid thing. I say stupid, but it's like stupid cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It extends out. I mean, it can lift up its own counterweights. I mean, awesome. What a piece of engineering that this guy has done to it.
And it lifts
He lifts your mom.
Yeah. His outriggers, the way he did his outriggers are just intense.
Yeah. It's very impressive. How he designed and built this thing. It very, very impressive. I mean, the amount of servos and motors that he has going on in that there's a lot.
And he still reduced it.
Yeah, he reduced them as much as he could.
Good. Yeah.
So
If you had
very
one
cool.
of those, you just want to play with it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Now, if I'm correct, he's also offering the files too.
Yeah, I think I think it's on his Patreon or something like that. But he's also done other ones too. So he's done some other construction equipment. I guess construction equipment is his RC construction equipment is his thing, and pretty cool how he designs it all. But I think he's done like a skid steer and a backhoe and some other stuff too.
Yeah, 'cause he actually lifts one of them with that.
Yeah,
To get the Dorito or the chips at the top for the test.
yeah. He's got it picking up its own counterweight and all kinds of stuff. I mean, really well done.
No, this is an inspiring engineer.
Yeah,
It's top notch.
yeah. Very, very cool. Very well done. So even the cab tilts when it goes up like it does on the real one. It's like, yeah, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So
Now, Paul, I expect to see something like that come out of your 3D printer.
yeah, right. Hurry up. All right. Well, moving on then to Scott Ujan. So I know I'm the only one here that can actually understand the genius of this video, as I am the only Apple person on this panel. But man, Scott, I guess, comes out with a video once in a while. It's not every day, but man, his videos are so well done.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I mean, it's real cinematography when you're looking at his videos. So he was working with over some Overwork. I don't know who Overwork is, but somebody. And they designed a standby dock. So on your iPhone, I guess they've released a thing now where you can put it into standby mode, which means that when you're charging it and it's horizontal, it'll go into like an alarm clock type look, like what's in the thumbnail. And so he designed, him and this other guy designed this dock, kind of like old school looking dock that it goes into. And,
It's actually based off of an old clock.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's got the magnetic charger on the back inside there. And then it also has another charger for like your AirPods or your ear ones up on the top of the unit too. So pretty sweet.
He does offer the files.
Yeah. The file for it's on MakerWorld. All right, my big problem though with it is that who doesn't put their phone in a freaking case? Yeah, but I mean, I get it. You're going to have to make 10,000 different versions of it for all the different cases out there. That was my big issue is that I have my phone in a case. I can't do that. So here, let me go back here. So I actually threw everything. I threw it. And well, I made one. Well, part of one anyway. I actually cut mine with the slicer and all that. I cut mine short because I didn't need it to go way out here. But so I went through some iterations. I cut the front lip of it off, so right through here. I started with this one, which is the original size, and as you can see, it doesn't. It's too small for my phone. So then I started playing around with the different sizes and all that, trying to bump it up to see what I would need. And I finally found one that worked. So that's when I printed this one out. I think I upscaled it in one direction, like 118%, and the other direction, 125%, and then another one, 120%. I mean, so it's all over the place. But it does fit in. Ta-da! Look at that. Oh, it's very nice. Oh.
Actually, I like the black around the edge.
Yeah, and then the little button thing that he designed into it actually works, and it pushes the phone out. So, I thought this was really cool, and I'm gonna go get a charger for this one because I don't know if I told everybody about it when I was doing my one last solar job that I was working on, where I ran this thing over with a mini excavator. So I broke the screen and stuff. Well, ever since then, I guess I messed up the charging port too and didn't realize it. So it's really picky on charging. And so I need to get one of those chargers so I can have reliable charging at night, because most of the time I'll plug it in at night and it doesn't do anything. It just sits there. It's not actually charging. So, but yeah, so it fits in there. I think it looks pretty good. So
it does look slick.
Yeah.
Now I paused the video right here for a simple reason. He does offer the files for Fusion 360.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. So yeah, you could really then parametrically go in there and manipulate it. Well, that makes me feel kind of stupid about all the test prints I did.
You just missed that part of the video because it's only like not even 2 seconds.
Yeah. Well, it works. So
that's all that matters.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's going to end up on my desk upstairs or on my nightstand, and going to go out tomorrow and get a charger for it. Good times. Yeah. So I guess Bamboo sponsored that one. So it's,
And
free
you-
files on Maker World and all that good stuff. So
You use the mini on it actually, which is really cool.
yeah, pretty neat. So in relation to that, or in addition to this one, then Slant 3D came out with a video talking about how good a design this is and how you could actually, like, what you would need to change to make it really viable for mass production of 3D printing. Which was pretty cool too. So like doing things like introducing what's called fuzzy skin on the prints, which we'll talk about on another video. And then or different things that you could do for the latch. Like I think his big concern was the little button mechanism, because it's a separate part or something like that. So making that all function and go. But
I think he was
pretty
also
cool.
talking about where it'll all print in place all in one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Yeah, trying instead of doing it in two pieces, like you need to figure out a way to do it in one, just because it will, the assembly time and stuff like that costs more when you're doing mass production. So, but pretty cool. Good thoughts to think about. I really like Slant 3D's videos because it gets you really thinking about the design process and what you need to really be thinking about in your head as you're producing a product for 3D printing. So it's pretty neat. Good times. All right. Moving on. We got CNC Labs this week. They showed off their smaller alt mill. The guy nicknamed it the Smalt Mill. And I like that. I think they should produce this thing. So it's 4x2 is the cutting area. And same alt mill, same, just going to eat through earth. It's just a smaller footprint. But I think it'd be a good product. I think they should come out with it. I think putting out this video, I think they very well may.
Well, the cool part, if they do, this is more up my alley because I use a lot of 2x4 sheets. The only problem is I have to cut them down to fit my machines. To where if I had a machine that was 2 foot by 4, that would work perfect. Yeah,
and that alt mill is just a beast. I think they should brand it as the Smalt Mill. Just put a lowercase s and an M at the beginning, and that's your branding for the smaller one. You have the alt mill and you have the Smalt Mill, and I think that'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, I put on there that on their stuff that I thought they should. I think they should definitely make it. I think they'll sell a ton of them because not everybody has a huge amount of room in their shop for a 4x4. I mean, you don't really think about it, but this one is 2 feet shorter than the other one. It still takes up the same amount of wall space, but it's not protruding out. And when it's a 2x4 like that, you can always tile if you need to. And I don't think most people use their CNC for bigger stuff than that. I mean, so I think the 2x4 would be a good form factor. I know I'm on the other end of it where I like cutting really big stuff on my CNC, but not everybody's like that. I think it's pretty cool. I think they should make it.
I agree.
Yeah. So, Teaching Tech did a good video on the fuzzy skin. So as we're mentioning up in Scott, the Slant 3D portion of Scott's video the carrier, fuzzy skin. So if you don't know what that is in 3D printing, it's pretty much introducing noise into the print. So what that noise does, it gives an uneven surface to the outside and kind of hides the layer lines and stuff like that a little bit more. But it kind of looks fuzzy, so that's why they call it fuzzy skin. But he shows you in Bamboo Studio, he shows you in Cura, all that, like how to get these effects of the skin and like variations that you can do and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. I've never tried it myself, but it is pretty neat to mess with. So.
And what's interesting is also he shows you how to get it on top.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it because I was like, I was watching. I was like, yeah, I'm coming back and I want to walk through it as he goes through it. But
yeah,
that was really cool, and because it also the circular, when you have that dome top, they like that teddy bear. You don't see any of the stepping lines. It's all hit. It's really well hidden.
Yeah. It just gets all fuzzy and noise, lots of noise up there, and it kind of figures it out.
I'm going to hate to say it, but back in the earlier days of my printing, my prints kind of look like that on occasion.
Yep, but not on purpose.
Not on purpose.
It's pretty awesome. So, awesome. All right. Well, moving on. Then we got the Canuck creator. He went to Pantheon. Pantheon is a 3D printer company that's in Canada. They had sent him one of these. We talked about it on the show a couple months ago. This crazy 3D printer that's like suspended from the top and stuff like that. But he goes over to their shop and gets a tour around. That's Bob there, and shows how they make them. It takes them about 8 hours to build one. And it's pretty nice setup.
That right there impressed me a lot.
Yeah,
I mean that's more industrial than our home printers.
Oh yeah, well, and that's what it's meant for. It's meant for business stuff. This thing is not made for consumer level at all, and it only prints like 2 different kinds of filament, and they're both carbon fiber reinforced. So. It's pretty impressive, but pretty neat. They do a little tour through their shop and all that stuff on how they're putting it all together, and hopefully they do good. I mean, it sounds like they're shipping a bunch of them, so keep at it.
Yeah, I think it's well worth watching. I mean, they show literally the whole insides from ground up, how they started on the engine stand and build from there.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, they literally start building this thing on an engine stand so that they can turn it around and get to the different areas. Very innovative. Very cool way to do it.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yep. Heck yeah.
And it's the first one I've seen with ball screws. Not lead screws, but ball screws.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool setup. Did a good job.
Second Canada manufacturer.
Yeah. They're getting it done up there.
Yep.
Up there in America Light.
A friend of mine calls them snow Mexicans. I don't know why.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, moving on then. We got Brett's Build. So this was kind of a last minute edition. This one just was released, I think, earlier today. He does this on his Stepcraft CNC, making a multi-layered light up sign. So I guess I haven't seen any of his other videos, but he evidently is into like the weirdness of the world. And so he built this. I don't know. It's not a light box, but it's a
Kinda.
LED lit sign. So the rays coming down from the UFO, that's a piece of plexiglass that he cut out, and it's in the shape of the UFO and all that stuff too. And then the rest of it all is the MDF that he painted in different layers. And then he built the stand out of oak, and then stained it walnut, and pretty cool. Turned out really good.
Film on acrylic and the glue part.
Yeah,
Messing up that.
I would have thrown it in the trash, but he actually fixed it, so it was pretty good. Yeah, he took a lot of time to fix it. I probably would have just bought another piece of plexi and been done with it. But he messes up the plexiglass at one point with the glue, and then ends up polishing it and out to get it back pretty good. Yeah, there it is right there. Oh, that would have been brutal. That would have been heartbreaking. I don't know how he did that either, but whatever. The glue was in a really weird spot. I don't know how he got the glue there. So, but yeah.
I like how he used the mesh up between like X-Files and the Bigfoot. And
yeah, turned out good. Keep after it. So, the last video that we have for this week, we actually got a shout out on Bourbon Moth Woodworking. I mean, if you happen to go to 12 minutes and 48 seconds in there, he says, making it up as we go.
Yep.
And so he gave us a shout out on his channel. And I did thank him in the comments for giving us a shout out at 12 minutes and 48 seconds into the video about making it up as we go. And that we would be talking about that tonight. So, he was making a porch for the back of his house, like a timber frame covered porch. It used to be a pergola, and he took it all out and didn't take out the table. And his wife yelled at him because stuff fell on the table. And but then they completely redid everything and made it really nice. So, but again, we were recognized by Bourbon Moth Woodworking.
Awesome.
And, thank you, Jason, for letting us be in your life and being a positive force.
Man, that 16-inch saw.
Oh, that pole saw? Yeah, that thing's a beast. Yeah. In building my shop, I started watching this channel called RR Buildings, and they do pole barns. That's like all the guy builds, and he's got one of those things. So yeah, those saws are awesome. they will eat some stuff up. So the right tool for the right job, that's for sure. Yeah, turned out really nice though.
Yep. Even though he painted it.
Yeah, even though he painted it. I was down for the painting.
I had to. Yeah,
I thought it looked good. So
that was not a cheap project.
No, it was not.
But he's using all the right stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, he was.
Yeah, it was very nicely done.
Oh, him doing that flashing, right? And using the multi-tool to cut through.
Mm-hmm.
I would have just been like, nope, we're not putting anything up. I'm like,
there's just going to be some water coming in once in a while. And, hey, too bad.
Only when it rains.
Yep. But man, those glue lamp beams. Oh, I would not want to have been carrying those up and around and stuff. That would have sucked.
You got to work out.
You can just see that scaffolding shaking. No.
Oh yeah, constantly.
No.
Yep.
Nope. Oh. I'm a tall guy, and if like the wind blows, I get a little seasick.
Fall. It's not the fall. The fall doesn't hurt. It's just the sudden stop.
It's a sudden stop. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I mean, it's beautiful work.
Oh yeah.
That is nice.
Very, very well done. Let me jump back over here then to the chat and see if we need to throw anything up on there. Just doing a quick. Oh wow! Oh, we got Kevin Ells from South Africa.
Yeah.
Hey Kevin, thanks for enjoying the show. Appreciate it. There's our buddy JR. He's got his new toy over there on his CNC, that big giant Airweights vacuum table.
Ooh. I'll jump over there. I missed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Let's see here. We got. Oh yes. Yep. Al says his CNC is used for horizontal storage at the moment. Yep. That's the way they all are, I think, at some point. So we can all relate to that. Wow. So this is like a normal length show. Like the last 4 or 5 of them that we've been going like hour and a half. So we made it pretty much an hour this time. Not too bad. Pretty fun. So, Mr. Corliss, do you have anything else for us this week?
Nope, nothing else in my mind. It's kind of emptied out for the day.
There you go. That's a good way to be. Mr. Sean, anything from you, sir?
I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend.
Good deal. Mr. Hammerquist?
Go check out this video with my daughter if you're wanting to learn about Bamboo Studio. It's really good. She does really good. Really proud of her. Really happy. That was all in one take.
Nice.
Nothing was rehearsed except I was just like, hey, I have the screens open, so we don't need to be opening up anything. You just and she was
a good video. She did an excellent job on that.
Yeah, she just threw it right back at me. I was very proud of her. Giving her old man a very hard time. So
good deal.
But, everyone have a good week as well.
Yeah. And for me, I don't know. Kind of lost it. It's been a week, but everybody, hold your loved ones close, and your enemies, push them over a ledge. It's okay. But most of all, pet your dogs.
Yes.
Love your dogs. My poor ranger, he had a seizure this week, and he seems to be doing okay right now. But we're gonna check him out and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of sad that you can't explain to them what is happening, and so he did not understand what the hell was going on when he snapped out of it. But pet your dogs. Yeah, I mean, if you got a cat, you can still pet it, I guess, if it wants you to. But you could always sell it and get a dog. So, everybody,
or a frog.
Oh yeah, or a frog. Yeah. So, everybody have a great weekend, and thanks for joining us again. Much appreciated. And until next time, peace out, sauerkraut. I'm going to try to get this thing to shut off now. It may not work. You may hear me cursing here in a few seconds.
Have a good evening.